Dear students, Mother Nature has given us many wonderful gifts like sun, moon, mountains, rocks, minerals, soil and many more. So all these are natural resources. So today in this class we will study about one of the most important natural resource, that is soil. So let's start. So students, soil is found on the uppermost layer of the earth and it is very important and valuable natural resource because all living beings depend on the soil. Like plants grow in the soil, they get various type of nutrients and water from the soil through their roots, and plant produce food which are needed by human beings and other animals. Moreover, soil is home for small animals like ants, earthworm and rabbits. They live in the soil. We can say soil is important natural resource for all living beings. Now, do you know how soil is formed? So students, formation of soil is slow, long and continuous process, and it is formed by the breakdown of rocks into smaller pieces by wind, rain, heat and cold, which break them into smaller pieces, and this process is called weathering. So students, what happens in the weathering process? The water gets into the cracks in the rocks, and when there is a cold weather, that water freezes, expands and exert pressure, which causes a breakdown of rocks. So this repeated weathering process over thousands of years causes a breakdown of rocks into smaller pieces, and this results in the formation of the soil. So students, this is how soil is formed. So students, what is a soil? So it is the uppermost part of the earth that contain minerals, some amount of air, water and organic matter, and that is called soil. Now let's talk about types of soil. So as we have discussed, the soil is formed by the breakdown of rocks into smaller pieces. Now the kind of that soil depends upon the type of the rock from which it is formed. So based on this, we have three kinds of soil: sandy soil, clay soil and loamy soil. So let's talk about sandy soil. So students, sandy soil is light brown in color and it is found in desert and on seashores, as it contains sand particles which are big and loosely packed. So it has a lot of spaces between its particles, so it cannot hold much water because water can pass through its particles very easily. So it is not good for plant growth. So where it is used? It is used in making buildings. So students, next type of soil is clay soil, which contains clay particles which are very fine and closely packed. So these particles have very less spaces between them, so they can hold a lot of water because the water cannot pass through them very easily. And it is also not good for plant growth. It is found in ponds and river bed. And where it is used for making toys, pots and kacha house. Next type of soil is loamy soil. This kind of soil contains both sand and clay particles, and it can hold enough air and water, so it is good for plant growth as it contains humus. What is a humus? It is a remain of dead parts of plants and animals which mixed up with the soil and makes our soil fertile. So these are the three kinds of soil.
Activity 1. Take 3 pots with holes at the bottom. Place each of them on 2 bricks. Take 3 small pieces of cotton cloth and spread them at the bottom of each pot. The holes at the bottom of pots should be completely covered. Take equal amount of sandy, clayey and loamy soils and put them in pots separately. Keep a small beaker under the hole of each pot as shown. Now, pour equal amount of water in each pot. Note the amount of water collected in each beaker. Note which soil has maximum water holding capacity. You will find that clay soil can hold maximum water as very little water is collected in the beaker. Sandy soil holds minimum water as much water is collected in the beaker.